Hi everyone, my name is Kai and welcome to my review for Raya and the Last Dragon. Before we jump into this review, I just wanted to say if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, share and also subscribing, it would be much appreciated. But with that out of the way, let's jump straight into this review. So Raya and the Last Dragon is my long-awaited movie review for the Disney's new animated film, which came out in March. And I've got to say that overall, Raya and the Last Dragon would have to be in my top 3 worst animated films which I've seen of all time, and definitely the worst that I've seen in the last 10 years. Perhaps the reason why I think a lot of people have issues with this is not because of the animation, and I'd also have to say that not even due to the voice acting. Majority of this is basically just due to the story and how not many people really got, well, I myself didn't really get invested in it. And majority of the time it was just basically background noise. And when it comes to the story, you know, these are stories which are, Disney is normally known for giving us unique stories, but with this one it just felt like a story which you've seen hundreds and hundreds of times, and it didn't really live up to the hype, I guess you could say. And the thing which didn't really float like down my river, I guess you could say, is the fact that some of the decisions which characters were doing didn't really line up to how you would like how you would really expect people to actually act in the time of such need as it was there. I think that, yes, again, I've got to say that it was beautifully shot and the animation was really, really good. Animation in general was just becoming more and more and more brilliant as time goes on. But when it comes to the story elements, now we're starting to see a bit more, they kind of focus more on the on how it looks instead of how the story and how us the viewers are going to perceive watching this. And essentially, I would also have to say that when it comes to the story, you can understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to show that unity is basically what makes everything tick, and if you don't have unity, the world will turn into chaos. But when they do this sort of thing in Raya and the Last Dragon, it doesn't really come across. It doesn't really come across as how it should do, and that's maybe my own, probably my own issues with it. But I'd have to say that when it comes to it, so yeah, the ending didn't really do it justice that the movie was trying to show. And I'd have to say that also that the story, the pace of the story is just all over the place. The reason why I say this is because 1 minute she's collecting all of the broken pieces, and the next minute it's like she's kind of got all of the pieces in about 10 to 15 minutes of the film, and you don't really see a lot of the other characters. I would have to say you do meet characters, but it's not, you know, it doesn't really gel. And the characters which we do see, they're just sort of generic characters which you've seen hundreds of times before, especially when it comes to the baby. I'd have to say that the baby pretty much reminds me of the baby from Ice Age. And just in general, this wasn't a good film. I would also have to say that another vital issue for me would have to be Sisu, the dragon. I think that was Sisu is perhaps one of the most annoying characters that I've seen in an animation sort of film. And I don't know if it's the fact that it was just overboard childish, or if it was just, I don't know, but Sisu for me made me want to turn off the film, if I'm being honest. But overall, this isn't a film which I would perhaps, well, isn't a film which I'm definitely not going to see again. And if I'm being honest, again, I have to say mention this again, that Raya and the Last Dragon is perhaps one of my worst animated films which I've seen so far. But that's it for my review. Please let me know what you all think in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing what you all thought of this, and I'll see you all in my next video. So everyone, I forgot to also give my overall rating for the film. My overall rating for Raya and the Last Dragon would have to be 4.5 out of 10.